Cardinals Cowboys will be must-see TV. Meanwhile, earlier this week, Jerry Jones admitted that he was too busy with his natural gas business interests to spend time trying to fix his team's poor defense. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Jones said, quote, "There's $100 billion present value with natural gas out there. That's why I'm talking to you on the telephone rather than trying to fix our defense with the Dallas Cowboys." Dak Prescott was asked about those comments yesterday.
But you read the comment, and being honest with you, I don't know the full context of it. I do know that a piece of it, and but being a fan and you just read that or hear that, yeah, of course, especially right as many fans are and do, and thankful that they do live and breathe by this team. That could definitely be frustrating, but in that sense, I would just say like the guy's never really lied about who he is or what he's trying to do, and I think right there is just, I mean. Hopefully he was talking about in that one particular moment, maybe in those 5 minutes is what he was alluding to, and having a chance at a $100 billion opportunity. I think you might take 5 minutes as well and go answer a call. So hopefully that's what he means, right? And but I can see I can be frustrating. Once again, for us as players, we can control.
$100 billion, Dallas's defense. $100 billion, Dallas's defense. Do you see Jerry's comments as problematic?
Jerry, what you doing? What are you doing? What kind of ignorant-ass statement is that? You can't do that. If the Dallas Cowboys miss the playoffs, right, because they make no move to improve a defense that was clearly compromised once Micah Parsons was let go, they're going to hold on to that quote, Jerry. Did you have to say that to the Wall Street Journal? You couldn't have kept that to yourself? How about not even think that? You're worth 16 billion now. 60 billion dollars. 60 billion dollars. Okay? The franchise worth $13 billion. Okay? You already made the billions. Go ahead and make more. But in the middle of a season where you have one of the most prolific offenses around, if not the most prolific offense around. And everybody and their grandmama knows that your defense is what's trash, which is why you call it the Dallas Cowboys instead of the Dallas Cowboys, because you got to take the D out of it. With Micah Parsons being gone and not being able to get to the quarterback, and now you got to sit up there and contemplate what we could do to better position ourselves. So my $60 million quarterback, who's been balling, who's an MVP candidate, regardless of what just happened in Denver last weekend. I mean, to know what they're giving you and to know what they're, why would you say that? We all know I got love for Jerry. Come on, man, I'm looking forward to seeing him Monday, but my God, why would you say something like that? Dak Prescott would have been totally justified if he had said, man, that's effed up. That's effed up. You don't need to be saying something like that, man. Maybe you didn't mean it, but now I need to call you, or I need to walk up, because it ain't that long of a walk. I'm here to tell you, I've been at the stuff. It ain't that long of a walk for the practice field up to Jerry's office. You know what I'm saying?
So you taking that walk before?
It's a 5-minute walk. It's a 5-minute walk. I can walk right upstairs. What you doing? Why would you say something like that? You getting on the phone, you gonna get me somebody? You gonna get somebody to help improve our defense? Because you know what? Offensively, we gonna do our thing. You gonna do something? Since you said that, Jerry, now you really gotta do something. No. Come on, man.
Well, hold on.
Come on, man. I'm just saying, you listen. Optics matter.
Yep.
Verbiage matters. Words matter regardless of what everybody want to act like. Words matter.
Yep.
You understand? You cannot say that, Jerry. You cannot say that. And I applaud Dak for handling it the way he did, because he actually said a lot, even though he didn't say it. You knew exactly what Dak was alluding to, and I give him credit for that. Very disappointing in Jerry's comments.
You're telling Jerry? No. See, he now has thrusted himself into rare air. We already knew he was petty by the fingers that he decides to use to fans. He's petty. With that comment, he's basically done went from Jerry Jones to Jerry Jacoby Jones, because that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That he literally said, you're not about to tell me what I can do when I know exactly who I am and what I need to do. So that 5-minute walk better come with a little tiptoeing too, because you're not going to tell me, what are you doing? It's my team. Now, this is the thing that we all have seen Jerry Jones do right in front of our eyes. It's play possum. Oh, man, I don't know what's going on. He's going to say something.
True.
He's going to say something,
true.
even with your interview with him.
He did it. Yes, he did.
He
yes,
played
he did.
possum. And he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's extremely intentional for what he's doing. Now, the thing that Jerry Jones knows, like everybody knows, he knows what he has to fix. But if you don't think that Jerry Jones and his sons are trying to make a groundbreaking play that's really going to put people at, oh, man. Just because when he shows you that, oh, man, he played too much, he also shows you his brilliance from the business side as well as running a team. We've seen this, how he did Micah Parsons. So, yes, is it the professional way to mention $100 billion, $100 billion? When you already got 16, just give me one, half of it at least. I would appreciate that. But at the same time, we all know that Jerry Jones is well equipped of doing and being in this position and still thriving too.
I disagree with that. I don't think Jerry Jones is well equipped to be in the position of running a team. Now, we do know that Will McClay runs the team there. Will McClay makes a lot of the personnel decisions, and that's why the draft has been so good. Now, Jerry Jones makes all of the other decisions. As my grandfather was getting older, whenever I would be nervous whenever one of my cousins or my aunties would come over who had got a little fluffy, because he didn't have the thing in his brain that would stop him from being like, girl, you pregnant? Right?
Oh, Lord.
And so, but we would always have to say, oh, man, you know Patata ain't mean it like that. Like, he ain't mean that. That's where Dak is with Jerry Jones now. Dak understands who he's defending. Dak knows exactly who he is. That's why he had the smirk on his face when he goes, this man's never lied to y'all about who he is. Now, Cam could be right as well. He could be having something working behind the scenes that they're trying to get a Trey Hendrickson, that they're trying to get a Max Crosby. But even if they aren't, what you gonna tell him? I told y'all at the beginning of the season, it is more important for Jerry Jones to make money than to win Super Bowls. And because of people like Stephen A. Smith, who is bringing the great first take down to Dallas to talk about a team that's not above 500, he gonna keep making money. And he gonna show up on your show, on the Stephen A. Smith show, and he gonna say some more things that he may mean or he may not mean, and those clips gonna go viral, and people gonna pay more attention to the Dallas Cowboys. So it really doesn't matter if Jerry Jones finds somebody that can rush the passer or stop the run or find a way to win games, because no matter what, he's gonna be talked about. You know what's another great show? You know what's another great show? No. Inside the NBA. It's a great show, right? And when I think of Stephen A. Smith, the only other people you can talk about is like Charles Barkley. You know, you can talk about Shaq. You can talk about Kenny, Ernie Johnson. Do they do football?
Nope.
You know the last team they talked about?
Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys. So if I'm Jerry Jones, you right. I'm going to be out there like Billy Bob Thornton on Landman, walking freaking oil field to oil field to make that money, because Stephen A. Smith going to make the money for the Cowboys for me.
Well, first of all, I have no problem making money for people, as long as there's something in it for me. Let me get that out the way. Let me get that out the way right now.
Very important point.
It's very, very important.
So it can't just be their money.
No. I'm going to get some of it. Hey, you wake up every day, how you make some people money, how you get some of it.
You know what you sound like? Denzel. I'm leaving with something.